another person.
That's why I tell people too. Also in the industry that I work in, I'm in that middle age now. So I got these young cats in college. They real tender. Well, they're probably not.
Everybody's tender now, bro. It is what it is, bro. You can't have a opposing opinion, bro.
So then I also have this 56-year-old, you know what I'm saying, like older white men, like, and they're stuck in their ways. And then you got these young kids, they got their ways. Then I'm just in the middle looking at them like, I'm in HR every other day. How come y'all ain't in HR? I'm in HR for being direct. I told you wasn't shit in front of everybody, and now I'm in HR.
We gotta fight, man, because manhood might be illegal, man, here soon.
Dang, boy.
No, everyone hates it, bro, when you're a man, bro. They just hate it, bro. When you say what you mean and you stand firm on it and you don't budge. They despise it. They say you don't care or you're not listening.
And they don't like that effective communication.
Like, maybe I do care, maybe I do listen to you. This is how I feel. You want me to be honest with you or you want me to... Oh, you don't want me to be honest with me.
I want you to play your game.
I'm telling you, I was in a salon with these 3 women and I was just being honest. We was having an honest conversation, right? And it was blowing their minds. And they all 3 agreed that they would much rather be lied to.
Yeah. In most cases.
Because I was being so honest.
Because the directors,
they were like, nah.
I have a lot of friends.
We don't really want to hear what a man got to say, matter of fact. Never mind. That's what I want you to say.
They're very educated, bro. And they'll tell you what degrees and stuff they have. And then you listen to their conversation, I'm like, your conversation doesn't match your degree.
I mean, a degree is only specific to a certain field.
It does. I'm just saying, just in general, because if you're going to lead with the degrees that you have, I don't ever leave the conversation with the degrees I have or what I've done to this. Okay, you'll find out in a bit.
But I think the degree, people do that because your degree is so specific. Like, yeah, you're an expert at that.
Yeah,
just
you're
that.
an SME at that.
Yeah, a so-called expert.
Yeah, so-called, yeah.
1 degree is just 360 degrees to a circle, ain't it?
You got one.
If you got one, you probably not an
You got
expert.
2. At the most, you got,
I know a few people got like 4 degrees, and I'm like, and you still make dumbass decisions? Like, you maybe should have focused just on that shit.
But they say the difference between the student is the master. The difference between the student and the master is the master knows that
you don't know
that he will always be a student,
right?
And also the master has failed more times than the student has tried.
Yeah.
So when you talk to me like you can't be wrong,
and that's what get big. I sit up in here and I'm like, I like that color. So yeah.
It is nice, man. And you make sure you take it every time you leave.
it's supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to, yeah, with the water and everything. Yeah, it's an Ayurvedic cup, and it's I like it says go get it under here. I just
that faucet water.
Nah, definitely. That's great. That would be crazy.
That faucet water in a chrome cup. Yeah, I don't know why they put a, what is it, Moscow Mule in a copper cup. Bro, this is liquor, bro.
I'll ask her what she got from me. So this was a gift.
That's what we doing now, huh? That's what we doing now.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? When you was a teen, they throw roses at your feet. It is what it is. God,
the Lord calls a clean.
I like how AB said it. So you know I'm that boy, man. Simple as that.
He a wild boy. They were just talking about him on the pivot.
He was on It Is What It Is, man. He did a good job of talking about that whole story with Tom Brady and how they were. He basically said they was already conspiring to get him out of the NFL, but they had to do it in a way that made the masses agree with it. Right. So they started working the narrative on him that he was crazy and losing his mind. But when he was explaining it from his point of view, bro, it didn't sound crazy at all. It just sounded like he was standing firm on how he felt according to what he's done and what he feels he deserves according to what he's done. And he just wouldn't let him sit him in that pocket. You know what I mean? He wouldn't let him little boy him. So
they did Chad Johnson the same way. They do it to a lot of the wide receivers, but even the same thing with Lamar Jackson. They was for the blackball Lamar Jackson so bad if he didn't agree to them terms it didn't work in, you know what I'm saying, a win-win situation.
Shoot, I was about to say, well, he got that bread.
Yeah, but you know what's gonna come from that bread though too. We don't care nothing about you having rocket
He
morning.
had to hold out. Oh, I see it too bad.
Yeah, he had to go get his mama in there. They were trying to play him though, but he didn't break, so that was dope because they know that whole city would have been super upset, man, if they would have let him go.
Yeah.
I mean, his man was the MVP, bro, of the league. And regardless, you don't have to be a traditional pocket passer. Traditional pocket passers, year in, don't win a Super Bowl. So sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
You look at the college now.
You gotta be able to improvise.
Yeah, ain't no pocket passers.
I mean, so you have to be a pocket passer, but you also have to be able to improvise. You know what I'm saying? In a split second.
Yeah.
So it's more about versatility.
Yeah, it's about understanding when to
Mahomes, cats like that, Burrow, Allen, Jalen Hurts.
Please, check this out.
All of them running now.
They improvising. They looking to pass.
Good line though.
Yeah, the offensive line. But that's the thing though too. People invest so much in these, like, especially positions. Bro, when you start looking at like offensive line, like you can be as special as you want, but if your offensive line cannot protect you like she did, they get shit every week.
But they gonna get some. They gonna get something in the off season.
But you have to invest.
David Ruffin is here.
Good idea.
Late like he wanted to be. He wanted to be late so he can make an inch like what David Ruffin did to the boys man on the movie, man. I'm David Ruffin, these are the Temptations. Face ass.
Listen to somebody I can pay for a spotlight.
He know he was green.
And people feel themselves, man.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah, feel themselves.
And that's an imbalance though too. So like when you're overconfident, it's bad.
Yeah.
But the amount of confidence is good.
I deal with that at work.
I just had an epiphany, bro,
Yeah.
about the pocket quarterback and how now these guys, they're versatile. You know what I'm saying? So that's like it's running parallel with what's going on right now, where people are still clinging for you to be the traditional man or you to be the traditional woman, but it's like we in a time now where you gotta be versatile, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta know how to fit into these spaces whenever you go into them.
Yeah,
you have to adapt to what's going on right now. You know
Because context matters, man. That's what context matters, man. Because people be like, oh, they don't make men like my granddad. Your granddad's bill was $285.
And he had another family.
Come on, man. Like,
Bro, I don't get that, bro.
You ever told a girl that your granddaddy wasn't moving like this?
The whole 50 thing always been a conversation too.
I'm nothing like your granddad.
Your granddad was running around. That's why you got uncle on the phone.
You don't even know your granddad.
Yeah, what you think your granddaddy been on, bro? Hey, man, I heard a story about my granddaddy and talked to my granddaddy. Hey,
I know to him now.
Yeah. You get
when I was talking to my granddaddy, it was always that. Like we know granddaddy who be in the house right now.
Yeah, but he was Detroit Red before he was Malcolm X.
He was shot out.
Funniest
I think all these kids got here.
My granddaddy said he used to carry a dull blade in his left pocket and a sharp blade in his right pocket. And my uncle, the one who told the story, my daddy and mama broke. So they got in an argument or something. So my granddad, he done act like he done pulled a knife out and he done dropped. We say my uncle went down there to go reach for it. My granddad done put the other blade in the neck. I said, what? That's like dropping pussy.
Hey, that's smooth, man.
I was like, bro,
damn.
He did me like that. I ain't like that shit. I said, boy, that's
bro, that's like next level, bro. I didn't know where you was going there. I knew it was gonna be good though.
But it made so much sense, bro. So I was like,
so
you know what?
Never know your next
I ain't got to know what he did. He be like a ninja. Like, this nigga got
I'm gonna put that straight razor on me.
Yeah.
That's why when we be on the bike, I got the little claw razor. I mean, the little claw knife. I might have my pencil, but I'm gonna get the razor first.
Hey, but that's what we are, man. Where we trying to mix in like traditional values with new ideas. So we saying like, oh, a man's supposed to pay all the bills and that also came with a woman not being able to speak in public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that also came with a woman not being treated as a not only equal, but you were literally like some man's property.
Yeah.
So like you can't have it a la carte. You can't be like, I want to have a voice, and I also want you to jump in front of this bullet for me. But it don't work that way.
Why not?
It does, though. It does,
It
though.
does, Jay.
It does.
Why not?
Now.
Jay, it does.
It don't work.
Like hybrid.
So your woman can't have. If your woman got a voice, she ain't gonna jump in front of the bullet.
No, she should have shut up. That's why there's a bullet. That's why there's a bullet in this conversation, because you were talking.
Wait. That's good. That's beautiful. So no.
Shit.
It's kind of logic, though.
I'm not gonna add on to this.
All right, so
let you have.
no, I got it. This is the question. It's what he just said. Leave. So we're gonna jump in. Okay. Thank you all for joining us. I am Coach Rudy. We are the men of the Brotherhood, Manhood, Fatherhood Conversation Series. To my far right, we have DJ Dakota 3, who you normally hear in the background. He's sitting with us today. He got a lot going on right now. Men of Integrity is a mentoring program that he's operating, and we're working with young men and trying to get them right. I apologize. We're not trying to get them right. Mentoring program where we're getting them right. He also has his line, Florida Bread. You can look him up on all of his platforms, Instagram. You can get you some Florida Bread. Right, to my immediate right, Devin Smith, Mr. Haircut Man, Mr. I got many jobs. To my immediate left, we got JAESUNMUZIC on all platforms, J Sun Music. And then to my far left,
The International Man of Mystery.
I'm trying to.
The International Man of Mystery.
And what's the other thing he said? He's smarter than he look. He's smarter than he look.
That sounds like a backhanded compliment.
It works. No. Hey, he says it all the time. That's where I got it from. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Jus'Black Davis. If you heard a little bit what we're saying, you'll see how I'm kind of rushing through this. I want to hurry to get to this. Our topic for the day is control, circumstances, and consequences. # protect black women. I want to come back to another part because I want to jump on what Jeremy said with this question. As a man, you with your lady. Something happens, she's upset. She starts talking. And you try to get her to be quiet and try to get her attention and say, baby, hold up. None of that works. You turn to her and you say, shut the fuck up. My question is, can you turn to your woman and say, shut the fuck up, and she shut the fuck up?
Scooby, let's ask the woman.
I'm still framing it.
Trying to start something.
I'm still framing it. Okay, so check this out. So now,
He crank it up.
the other part to that is, as a man, can you protect something that's not within your control? You got a woman that's out of control. You tell her to shut the fuck up, she shuts the fuck up. You tell her to shut the fuck up, she don't shut the fuck up. She's out of control. Can you protect her? Can you provide her the level of protection that she needs if she's not willing to submit or relinquish to your authority?
Or shut the fuck up.
Sometimes people got to take their lick, man. I mean, but also too, you got to kind of know who you're dealing with whenever you are in those relationships. Because if you know from the jump that you couldn't tell her to shut the fuck up at the door, 6 months down the line when y'all at Carrabba's or something and the bread wrong, and you trying to tell her to chill out because the waitress is really from the hood, you get a whole wig smashed on you. I tried to warn you.
No, but that's the point though. So no, you can't really, like, if you can't really protect someone you're not in control of, or they don't honor your word enough to be under control at your say so.
You don't trust your protection.
Right.
Sense.
Because I was having a conversation with a woman, right? Because people hate the word control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do hate the word control.
They hate the word control, and I'm
But they like
like,
to say lead. It's the same shit, man.
that is great. Post that. But so I'm like, I said, okay. So you hate the word control, which you automatically take your trauma and turn that word into a negative connotation.
Right.
It's a
So
trigger.
I said, just think of it as it's really trust. You know, like your child, they trust you when you say, here, try this, or here, put this on, or hey, we finna go here, get in the car. They trust you. So what you say is they trust you that you're not leading them to destruction. So I'm like, can you trust? Do you trust your man? Don't you want to have a man that you have a level of trust to where he doesn't have to explain everything to you when he just needs you to do something real quick or do? And she agreed with that, but it's like, yeah, y'all take this word control and the media or whoever is turns it into this word that's like whenever you hear it automatically creates a knee-jerk reaction.
And I explain it like this. If the house on fire, and I say, hey, let's get out of the house, man. I don't have time to explain to you why we need to leave.
Right.
Just trust that we need to leave.
Right.
Like, hey, let's get out of here, man. It's an emergency. Well, what's the emergency? It doesn't matter at this moment.
Yeah, ask me later. Let's go.
Let's get out of the emergency. Then I can say, oh yeah, man, the house is on fire. The pipe was leaking. We got to get out of there. I seen this on the movie. You know what I mean? Like, let's get up out of here. We all this like why? But I'm in, like,
Yeah, it shows you're not with the person.
yeah, it's like you're not with it. We not with it. Like that the whole gas that's been pumped out there is being independent. You can't be partners and independent. That's literally an oxymoronic thing to say. I'm independent, but I'm a partner with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not.
It doesn't work out in anyone's favor when it's like that. It's a lose-lose situation. Like people look at like the win-lose situations, and everything for somebody that has triggers or feel like they're being controlled. It's always going to be a lose-lose conversation because you're never going to agree with me saying that, okay, we see that the front door is on fire, let's go out the back, but you like, no, we can still go through.
Right.
Okay, well, find around and find out.
Especially like, I mean, for
Shout out to Cam Smith.
for men that I know, when it comes to a man and his woman, a man is comfortable with being wrong if it ain't hurting nobody. So if I'm adamant about this, I'm probably right. Like if you a man who really with his woman, he gonna allow her to feel how she want to feel, think how she want to think, as long as it doesn't conflict with anything between our family. Like as long as it ain't burning the house down, I don't care if you like that incident. I don't like. That's all. So if I'm adamant about this, it's probably for a reason.
That's a good point.
I think there's another aspect to this too. So when a man sees this, like in his mind, he knows like you're not with him.
Right.
So in that though too, like you don't really know what his reaction is going to be, but you definitely will get like treated different.
Right.
If a man sees that you're not with him.
Right.
You know, real talk.
Or you become
You can't be there. You know what I'm saying? That's
you're a woman of the village. You're no longer my queen. If I can't
put you number one if you're like this.
And I think
Like
sometimes women don't understand that because they always think, but then you did this, you did that, but you don't understand that the reason why I reacted that way is because you were no longer my partner. Yeah. You were no longer moving as a unit. So that way I'm gonna still love you, but I'm gonna treat it like if it all goes down, I have to make it happen for me because I know that you're not with me.
So implement. So what we're saying. So a little bit of what I heard is, and I was actually kind of anticipating saying when I was looking at it, I was just looking at it. Not only can you not protect her in a situation like that, but you are actually now in danger.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
real talk.
Man, y'all know how I'm set up, but I don't know about pulling the poster. Hey, boy, I'm about to leave you here with them.
Because like,
Wait. What was that?
So in a situation where you have a woman that doesn't know how to shut up, or she doesn't trust you, or look at you as that security, she's going to continue to talk and put you in an uncomfortable situation. So in the end of the day, it's like, you finna stay here with them, but it's either finna be a firefight up out here. What we doing? Because you sit here and you start dealing with the consequences of her mouth. As a man, you don't want to leave her in that situation. So it's like, okay, so how we gonna handle this?
I asked this question to quite a few women, and of course, the word control was triggered, right? When I mentioned it to Jason was like, well, maybe we could use another word like so and so and so and so, and I'm like, I'm gonna think about that. I say, but I'm an extremist when it comes to these kind of things. I like to kind of go all the way over and then work our way back toward the middle, because I want it to feel a certain way, so while they're in that space with that feeling, because what we're talking about is when somebody's out of control, they're feeling a certain way. They're out of control. Right? So the fight is not even about what's right or wrong anymore. The fight is, I'm feeling this way and I need to deal with anybody I need to in this moment because my feelings. I'm overwhelmed. I'm whatever it is.
Feelings to have somebody in some bad situation, man.
All the time.
All the time, bro. You don't know how to control your emotions, man. As young men, we did a lot of different
almost
stuff.
every time, man. Almost every time.
Now at the age that we're at right now, bro, I'm better off just giving you a hug, bro. Let me get a hug, bro. I'm sorry. I might not even be in the wrong, bro, but how I'm set up, bro, I'd just rather give you a hug, bro.
see, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't like that. You know, like
female?
No, I'm saying just in a situation of like, if we're in a disagreement or something, tempers flaring, I'm not even as upset as you are. Why are we even upset? A lot of times people have no idea what they're really upset about. It'd be something from 2 weeks ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago that they'd be upset about. So it's like, okay, now we're in this situation. How do you want to go forward? Because now we're living in a time where people are not just going to fight like we're going to fight them. They're going to sit here and, okay, I got to kill this person. Nah, bro.
I ain't even with a fight that, man. Scott, what you talking about fighting for? Man, what?
I even have to gauge if I want to even address it at all.
That's the thing.
I agree.
Some
like you don't know where people at.
Yeah, but majority of the time, it don't have nothing to do with you. This got nothing to do with me.
That's the crazy part. And that's when we talk about with the protecting of a woman.
Yeah.
They doubles back. Okay, whatever it may be with this situation or this person, okay, well, what am I missing here, man? Because now you got me in a situation and you want me to protect you, but you don't know how to shut up or whatever it may be. So that's what a lot of times people don't think about when they're dealing with somebody.
I think you gotta remember your stature and some of that too, cause like, man, if you're really busy on something, man, you kind of don't even have time to respond.
Right.
Like, what good is it to you to like respond to foolishness but become a fool, you know?
Right.
So it's like you gotta judge these situations like, is this worth my time for real, or what could I really be like putting this effort and energy towards?
But we're not in those situations. We're not placing ourselves in them. But it's other people that's even right now that's watching that place themselves in that situation.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
We just alert like, no, I'm good.
Right. Yeah, I think everybody has to know that. Like, man, you should be so engulfed in attaining your goals till you didn't really see what happened. You like what he said. Like, like you gotta keep moving, man. You probably shouldn't even been in the area to listen.
Right. Especially in instances like that. If you just in the moment gauge what just happened, you could be like, yeah, that didn't even warrant. That his response didn't even warrant what just happened. This got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, for real.
But how? It goes back. How do you get hurt to see that?
Sometimes
if you can't, man, it sounds like maybe y'all ain't y'all not ready for this.
Well, that's the thing.
It might be also that she's not in that stage of receptiveness.
Yeah,
a lot
of it has to do with maturity.
Just because we come to a place in receivable, acknowledgement, and adaptability, that doesn't mean that our mate came to that same place at the same time.
Right.
So when we acknowledge that, okay, this person isn't here, instead of, because you're still gonna judge them, that's involuntary. Right. But instead of putting them down off of the personal judgment, is teach and bring up instead of judge and chastise. Because that's what comes. It's either chastise or bring up.
What you're speaking to is the spirit of willingness, though.
It's got to be. You got to have that communication ahead of time.
Exactly. But just like that person has to be willing in the space of receptiveness, you have to be willing in the space of true deliverance. But that's the process of meekness. It's delivering that same message that might be offensive or hurtful with love.
But that goes back to the burner building analogy. It ain't about your woman seeing it how you see it. It's about as a man, if you say, all right, let's not worry about that, then her trusting that.
Yeah, right.
You don't even have to know why I'm saying that. When we get in the car, you can be like, why you say don't worry about it? He was being an asshole. But I'm like, yeah, they got to do it.
But you got to build that.
Yeah,
because if you done steered a woman wrong 5 out of 8 times, you can't expect her to follow that shit.
Sometimes they got nothing to do with you steering them wrong. It's just they believe.
But then naturally, they're not programmed to follow us. They are programmed to obtain us. The goal is us, right? They're not taught how to keep, maintain, sustain anything that comes with a man. They are taught to how to obtain a man. The goal is obtain the man. And in her mind, I have gotten my provider and protector, whatever it is, right? But that does not alleviate, even though in her mind, that's what she has, whether she's ready or not to receive or pick up what you putting down as the captain of the ship, whether she's there or not. Your job is to keep the ship sailing on course.
Yeah, but can you tell her to shut the fuck up?
Yeah, because
you damn sure can. No, and you know what? After you damn sure can. And after but after you tell her that, and you ignore the bullshit that comes with you telling her to shut the fuck up, while you showing her why you told her to shut the fuck up, as she's rocking and rolling and holding on and grasping, she's seeing and realizing what you was doing. After that, you gotta believe her. There's a difference between having a follower. No woman is truly submitting until she believes.
She gonna be like, okay.
No woman is truly submitting until she believes. She will follow. She will follow. But you know what that follow comes with? She will leave.
But she gotta believe in you to even.
No. The believe is separate than the follow. She will follow you, right? Until you show her that she can believe in you.
No, that's a cop out, bro. I'm gonna tell you, that's a cop out.
That's just like suicide. It's relationship suicide.
But that's not. But what you explained is not even belief, though. So like, she got the proof. Now she knows that you bought this.
Well, belief is what you don't know, but you support.
Yeah, that would be before.
So that means before you know that she before she knows that you can actually lead her to where she's supposed to go, she just following.
Yeah, but once
you believe, that means she believes in your vision.
Yeah, but
she believes in your purpose. She's sustaining your purpose. She helping you facilitate your purpose because she believes. But when she doesn't believe, y'all is in combat. Y'all in constant conflict.
That don't believe in you?
Hold on, go ahead.
You the woman gonna get with you that don't believe in you?
What you mean? They do it all the time.
Thank you. Go ahead, Jay.
How many exes do you have?
Hold on, Justin. Go ahead, Jay.
How many exes do you have?
Y'all believe in me.
But listen. The point is, even in what you described, you saying she sees something happening and she's like, oh, I get what you're saying. By that, it's too late. That's like if I be like, hey, I think bro got a gun.
But that's the process.
If he actually pulled a gun, it's too late.
But that's the difference between a boyfriend and a girlfriend and a husband and a wife.
No, it's not. No.
Hell yeah, because that girlfriend leaving. That boyfriend leaving. When you get in that situation as a boyfriend, girlfriend, and that woman show you that she ain't following, she ain't listening, she ain't cooperative, you're not keeping her.
Hold on.
And as a woman,
she ain't gonna become my girlfriend if she ain't showing that.
Look, because 9 times out of 10, the only reason she's sticking around when she don't got the skills to pay the bills is just because you meeting her down.
That's a good one. But when we dating, right? See, me personally, when I'm dating a woman,
What you mean, bro? Bro, I've come to realize in life, bro, you don't have to lie to women because when you tell them the truth, they'll lie to themselves.
I agree. Okay, go ahead, Jason. Give him a second, Jason. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, when I'm dating a woman, bro, and I'm vetting a woman, I'm gonna get under her skin on purpose.
To see what she made of.
Yeah, for sure.
To show me what you built on.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna be a control.
But the whole thing is, that's all a mask. That's all a mask. It's like Jim Carrey in the yellow suit with the green face.
Hold on, go ahead, baby. You got a question?
Why are you playing games?
No, I'm actually not playing games because too many men find out who they woman really is when she get angry.
Bullshit, you knew who she was when you met her, bro.
That's not true, bro. People give you the best parts of them.
No, bro, you know that she's giving you a mask.
Yeah, but
Everything about her is fake when you met her. Everything about her. The wig, the eyelashes, the lipstick, the clothes, the body shaper, all of that shit is fake, right?
Hold on, Justin.
Psychologically speaking, it takes a minimum of 6 months for both men and women to show their true colors.
That is very much true.
Minimum. And in all reality, if you're in love and you're feeling it, you got them rose-colored glasses on, it takes even longer.
the whole world.
No. That's what they teach you in Psychology 101. That's not real life. That's not reality.
That's why I
That's
said-
textbook.
That's why I
That's
said-
textbook. That's not real life.
He ain't listening. That's
No,
what
no.
I said.
I'm listening and I hear you. But literally,
I said that's why I also said once you start feeling that person, you'll have your rose-colored glasses on. You still got the lovey-dovey going on. It takes even longer because you're trying to stick with what you got and keep fighting what internally you want to start letting out because you don't want to ruin what you got. That's real life.
the whole thing is the battle is not between you and that person or what you're getting.
It's your fear.
No, it's a false pacification of emotion through the facilitation of situation using another fucking adult as an adult pawn in your fucking internal mental chess game.
But you're both
That's what that is. That's not both parties included because the other party knew what you was doing in your mind. They would not be a willing participant to that shit.
No. We all willing now.
Huh?
We all willing. We all willing.
You're only willing as long as you get what you want.
But you're willing.
Come on, man. No. Until you locked in. Until you locked in. No. Because once you locked in, it don't matter how willing you are, you're a subject.
But you're both.
Because you're locked in.
No,
That's just like
hold on.
when you're incarcerated, right?
Justin, hold on.
You are at the mercy of your incarcerators,
Hold on
right?
for a second.
Once you marry, you are at the mercy of the person that you voluntarily incarcerated yourself to.
Justin, hold on for a second.
You damn right, because it's a lifelong sentence. It's a lifelong sentence.
Listen, Marie.
You don't get off death row until what? You got to prove some shit to get off death row.
You right.
Why you don't?
There are plenty.
You gonna be on death row? They gonna give you the needle or the chair until you prove something different. Until you prove something different, your ass finna die. It don't matter how long you sit here, 10 years, 15 years, whatever. Until you prove what they need to see to say that you were innocent, your ass finna die.
Okay, I heard
Right?
that wrong way.
Okay, hold on.
So until you, so as long as you married to this woman, she expects you to do whatever the fuck she talking about until your ass die.
Damn.
All right, hold on. Justin.
She's married.
Hold on.
She's married, by the way.
Let that nigga stop paying the rent. How long you stick around?
I'm right here.
You ain't got no income, right? No. This is hypothetical, right?
No.
This is hypothetical, right?
Oh my God.
Your income stop, your drive stop, and everything that you love about you there's a time frame on that shit.
I want to think.
No, but you took vows to do that shit to the end.
Justin.
I want to think.
No. Justin. Have a seat.
Talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Okay. We're having a discussion and you taking over. We're having a discussion, you taking over.
I'm not even.
Now, if I had you on camera, I'd just let you go. Okay, so what I'm gonna ask you to do.
Relax, man.
Let us have our show, and then when you want to inject something, I'll give you the floor. But then when I get Hey. When I don't get into it now. when you want to say something, you want to interject, and we'll let you in, and then you got to give it right back.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, appreciate you, Justin. Okay.
Raise your hand.
Okay. All right, so, hey, I don't even want to go now.
We done talked about.
Nah, but okay, so right, but
No, but I do agree with the concept of. I'm going to come right to you, Jason. I do agree with the concept of a self-imposed incarceration. I actually have a process that I take people and I show them that they're in a situation. So I do agree with that. But go ahead, Jay.
Respect my person at a time.
damn, who's unmarried up here? Oh, me and Black.
I thought I was bad, man.
And Black next. Black next.
Oh, crying, man.
If either one of us get married, Black next, like common law, like.
My man Justin said, if you were jail.
Yeah, that's crazy relating the marriage to the jail. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
That's different. Jail is way different. I've been there.
Is it private? But hold on.
She had no idea that she was doing that.
Wait, you had it for 10 minutes.
It's private. It's 10 minutes.
Just wait for a little bit.
No. But I was just saying, going with the rose color and the honeymoon phase and whatever we call it. I like to show that I could be an asshole early. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I like to show that early.
I show it early.
Because I need a.
But I don't have to. But I don't. I show it early. I just don't have to plan it.
You feel me? Right.
But it's for the ones when you got to cheat behind the door.
Yeah, right.
Which is what I was saying. The opportunity is going to arise naturally where I'm going to be opposed to something you think or something you say, and then I'm going to take you a little deeper into that.
Right.
And once I see you getting uncomfortable, I'm not going to let up.
Okay.
I'm going to see how you respond when you're uncomfortable. And the way you respond when you're uncomfortable is like, because that frees you to another level when you see a woman you're dealing with get uncomfortable, but she still have respect and y'all can like respectfully disagree, or she can even understand where you coming from. You can get where she coming from. Now you even get into more of a like, you can breathe a little bit more.
Yeah. When you know
because every man on this thing has been in situations where a woman has gotten upset and has become a person that you don't want nothing to do with.
But what about when you put that pit maneuver on that woman and that vehicle starts to flip down the highway and now you got to clean it up?
I ain't gonna pit her, now that's flipping her.
That's what it is though. Intentionally throwing spike strips in the line of traffic. Them tires go, the front tires gonna blow first.
You know when you go to therapy, your therapist gonna get you uncomfortable.
But that's cognitive process therapy though.
That's not a pit maneuver.
But that's like the third step in goddamn therapy. That's not the first step. That's not what they introduce you to.
He didn't say what step it was.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say. I just said you know that's a real thing.
It is, but that's like
life is gonna make you uncomfortable.
Exactly.
That is a part of life, bro.
But you avoid the things that intentionally are put in front of you to trip you up. So your mate is not supposed to be the person that's intentionally putting bullshit in front of you for you to mess up on, just to gauge on what type of person you are. You can gauge what type of person this woman is by knowing where she came from, what she was taught, what her life experiences was, and how she operates in the present. And that's things that you can see with your own eyes.
But that is a test of how you operate in the present.
And I agree with just some of the stuff that's in there what he was saying.
Gina.
I wanted to point out that my relationship may be a little unconventional, but when my husband and I started dating, we both knew from the second we met each other that we wanted to figure out what expectations we both had within each other, our life conflicts, what we expected if we were to go forward as a couple, to the point where we talked about exes, allergies, cats, doo-doo, like anything that would make you uncomfortable. He and I spoke about it. Mm-hmm. First date, we had just met each other because
the first day. Oh, y'all
it wasn't even a date. It was the first day we met, and he happened to be in my car because they were trying to set us up, and it worked. But we both had the same intentions, where we put all the shit first. So when we were ready to take that next step, we wiped and flushed the toilet.
That's real. See?
Now,
people don't leave with that.
But we do it.
You got a husband back there with him.
Yes, sir.
The reason why I like to go about that way, because I don't really believe in mind games. I'm 30, but I'm way too old for mind games. Let me see what you're going to do when you're doing this. Let's play chess with that. I don't want to do that. This is the shit I dealt with my whole life. This is what messed up my life.
That's how I attack women to get married.
This is why I
Like I said, bro, we communicate about everything.
I'd rather deal with that stuff than have to play mind games and be like, oh, if I do this to you, how are you going to react to that? Let me go over to this person's house. Oh, your ex did this to you. I don't want to do that stuff.
Yeah, I think Jason was wrong too.
It ain't mind games. It ain't mind games when I do it. It ain't. But this is the thing. This is the disclaimer. It's not mind games when I do it. It's me actually being who I am in this moment.
Full of shit.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just aware in this moment that we don't agree. We don't agree. So now we going back and forth, and I'm like standing on my position, and you getting uncomfortable because that's a real thing when you're talking to human beings. So it's not like I'm like, yeah, today I'm gonna see if I can. No, it's like, okay, we having a conversation. I noticed that we don't agree. I'm saying why I don't. She's saying why she don't, and I'm like, so, and I'm gonna question your thought process as you questioning mine, and it's very rare that I haven't met a woman yet that remains super cool and calm when that's happening. You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm paying attention and I'm observing in the moment. It's not like I'm like, yeah, ooh, I'm finna, everything been going good. I'm finna pull the rug up under her feet today and see what she do. No, it's not that. It's like, it's actually.
That's what you're doing though, but that's such a concept that, like, my male friends and people I've even watched, they do that stuff, and it's a cool thing to do. It's like, oh, I'm playing mind games. I'm like,
I'm beyond mind games, but I actually oppose. I have opposing opinions.
I mean,
we have opposing opinions all the time.
Right, and then you play mind games with me, and I was You heard me.
Is a woman more likely than not to sacrifice being protected by a man if she has to surrender to his authority and allow him to be in control?
For sure.
Ask the question again.
Is a woman more likely than not to sacrifice being protected by a man if she must surrender or relinquish control to him?
Women?
She's rather. Okay, I'm gonna say it.
Simplify.
Rather than give me control over you, you rather just not be protected by me.
I feel as though a woman who is not willing to give up control, who is also letting go of protection, may not necessarily need the protection. Unfortunately, it's what it is. Ain't not wrong with it.
Women don't need protection.
They make believe they do.
They don't need protection.
and there
Do you need protection?
I mean,
Do you need protection?
absolutely.
There's the conflict. That's why it's so fucked up. It's so jumbled. Is that you have a thought process that some women just only no. We all need protection, man. I need protection from my woman. She needs protection from me.
I feel like
that's
there's a difference between a need and a want.
No, we need it. That we operate in a way where we need to move as a unit. We need to operate together.
This is something. I apologize. I'm supporting you with this, Jared, with this question, and I'll let you come back to this. So there is this. Trying to think. Kevin Samuels framed it this way.
A genius, the GOAT.
Kevin Samuels framed it this way.
You lost him already. They don't want to see that.
He said. Men.
Yeah.
He said, no, I got to get a man.
You say that afterwards, man. What's the Kevin Samuels?
So everybody agreed, and we was like,
He said, men have built a world so good that women don't think that they need men in the world now.
Damn.
So say it again.
He said, men have built a world so good that women don't feel as though they need men anymore. So when we consider, and I'm using his talking points, when you consider that the infrastructure that we all use on a day-to-day basis is primarily built by men. When you call the police to your house because you feel someone is trying to harm you, you don't imagine women coming to your house to protect you. For the most part, you see men coming to protect you. So when you take all of the things in terms of the buildings, the roofing, and the lawn and the protection, all of that stuff is laid out by men. They have built this world. Men have built this world, and the world is so good that women feel so comfortable in it, they can actually say, "I don't need a man." How about that, Gene? What do you have to say to that?
I can say I agree with the statement that men built the world and that women are comfortable in it. But I would like to also point out a lot of women are not protected in this world because of men.
And there are a lot of men in this world who are not protected because of women. I don't get, and the numbers are similar. As a matter of fact, in some places, it's greater on the women harming men side. See, one of the things that happen is when we're talking about men and women in terms of being protected, when a man does something to a woman, the impact is normally much greater than when a woman does it to a man, especially if it's physically. If you hit me, most people will say, laugh it off. If I hit you, it's a whole different thing, right? There's a video clip where a man was, I think, in Dollar General, and the woman worked security, and man had lobster. She grabbed this man by his hair and was trying to drag him from the Dollar General because she wanted him to exit the store. He was in the engagement. He's looking for something that he was trying to get for his kid. She decided that, and she grabbed him by hand. She dragged him out, and he's like, "Let me go, let me go." She's not letting him go. None of that. And she is trying to move him out. He tumbles. They tumble, and then he gets to a point where he's like, "I'm tired of you doing this to me." He gets on top of her. He raises his hand to throw a punch, and then 4 or 5 people jump in and pull him off of her. Those 4 or 5 people were there while she was doing what she was doing.
If I was there, I would have said something.
But the point I'm making is,
You're a single person.
the point I'm making is that happens more times than not, right? So we recognize. So as a man, I recognize that if my wife hit me versus me hitting her back, I recognize that I'm going to be seen as the bad guy because of the impact. So. And there's a thing
we can also agree that it would be more damaging too.
Right. So, in situations like that, my very own mother would say, and I apologize, my very own mother has said, but if you do it, you know that you're a man, you shouldn't do that. And I say, but she knows that I'm a man when she did it. So. And this speaks to something Jason says all the time. You want us to be better than you.
So if you want me to be better than you, then you shouldn't have no problem with me leading in certain situations, right? Like, you should acquiesce to that if you already insisting that I move at a more of a mature place than you.
And because we are better than you, you should shut the fuck up. That should be the title of this.
It may have to be. So shut the fuck up. Now, okay, so let me kind of go back a little bit because I want to make sure this is clear for the ladies in the room and for those who are watching. Generally speaking, I know these guys, and I don't see us telling you to shut the fuck up, right? Unless you really have to shut the fuck up, right? So it's for protection, right? So it's like if we're outside, I say, come on, baby, let's go around the corner, and you ask me why we're going around the corner. I say, we're going around the corner because there's a nice little spot over there. I want to take you, and I want to show you that so and so and so and so. But if Godzilla coming down the street, and I say, bitch, get your shit, let's go. I ain't got time to explain to you why. And you should trust.
Because we don't talk like that, we know.
Right. It's something.
You should trust my sense of urgency.
Right.
Because I don't say shut the fuck up. So for some reason I do say shut the fuck up.
That verbiage supersedes that urgency. All they received was what he said. They could be looking at no, hell no. They could be looking at the Godzilla coming down the street. But what you said, it deterred them from any type of action. But you just got smashed and chomped and hit by the car and everything because you ain't stopped on the intersection. based off of what I said, like how I said it.
Right, and so so now we in this era of, tone and delivery is what people
It's all
use
about
as
feeling.
people use that
It's all
as
about
an
feeling.
excuse, right, to not process the truth, or
You
whatever.
gotta talk to me how I feel good. You gotta interact with me how it feels good.
But-
you gotta teach me how it feels good. You gotta love me how it only feels good to me.
Right, but what I'm saying, but my point is also that it doesn't have to be that way for one, and also that I don't have to explain everything to you. I don't have to explain everything to you. If I say
Shit, dealing with a woman, bro.
No. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying. So look, cause she'll be okay if you say, "Hey, be ready by 7.
Can we go on a date?
Where we going? Don't worry about it. Ooh, I love this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It feels good. She knows that it feels good.
Yeah.
Hold on, go ahead.
I love this. He's doing things that I want him to do. You know what I'm saying?
You can even say, bitch, get dressed. And she goes
8
like,
o'clock
oh my God.
Thursday. Look, 8 o'clock Thursday. Bitch, be ready. And you know what? She like, girl, that nigga done planned the whole day. We about to go such and such, and he didn't even tell me. Oh, I'm so excited.
So
But
that
I'm
proves
saying-
that delivery don't matter.
Right, but I'm saying there's times like where I don't have to explain it. Like I have an 11-year-old son, and we about to go somewhere. I say, yeah, I'm coming to pick you up. Where we going? You'll find out when we get there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to ask me everything. I don't have to explain everything. Let's find out. So let's find out. So I feel it should be the same way. Sometimes, because mostly I'm going to explain things for you in ways that you can understand. Because when I was younger, I would appreciate if somebody would do that to me.
Yeah, but that's a false expectation as a man, expecting that same shit analytically that we operate in from a woman. Unless you have a left brain thinking woman, you in the apple orchard looking for orange juice.
Do you want a left brain thinking woman?
You want a combination of both. That's what balance is. You want a balance.
Right.
You don't want the heavily influenced on the left, or the heavily influenced on the right, or the heavily influenced by the auntie, the heavily influenced by the mama. That's not what you want.
But I mean, y'all can come to a balance. It can happen because you might have a
But
guy
people
more
are who
left
they
and
are,
that's
bro.
more right.
After 30, 40 years,
But listen.
who a person is, just because you're in a relationship.
Justin! Okay,
That's
so
fact, bro.
what
That's
I'm saying is, but
it's
the way,
Googleable.
Relinquish, Justin, relinquish.
Let him talk though.
the way life works, if you can lean this way and you can lean that way, and life will place you with somebody to where y'all sway comes more to the middle of the pendulum together. Just like the next situation your life has planned for you is going to bring your own personal pendulum more closer to the middle of things. That's literally the law of nature. That's how it
The
works.
law of nature also says that two people swinging in the middle will never have excess. They'll never have abundance. Because their thought process is keep them in the middle. They thought process is never keep them from
listen.
No.
I said bringing them more closer to the middle than the average person doing swinging from extreme right to extreme left.
Bro,
you don't want that.
life is not a medium, bro. We are not supposed to. Well,
Are you listening?
Bro, yes, I am. Look at life as an EKG, right? When you looking at an EKG, it's up and down, right?
Right.
When it flatline, so that's that unattainable.
I never said it
No,
going
no, no.
flat. I
But that's
never
the
said it
median.
sitting
That's
still.
what meet in the middle is, right? So when you're looking at life is not meet in the middle. It ebbs and it flows. It goes up and it's down, right?
Justin, no, hold on.
You missing my
Hold
point.
on.
Prove a point.
No.
Balance doesn't necessarily mean it's in the middle. It's balance.
Exactly, it doesn't, because the balance might be 70-30. The balance might be 60-40. The balance, so if you look,
you agree?
50-50.
So you agree?
Yeah, so
you agree with what Jason said?
But Justin, listen.
Please,
Let's break it down.
Just agree with what I said.
Listen. What you saying is exactly what he's saying. Listen. It's not about a middle. It's about a balance. Again, correct. The balance can be 70-30. That's still balanced as long as it balances.
But then you have to incorporate the variables. That's just true, right? That's just fact, right? That's just fact number-wise, right? Now you got to incorporate the variables of people. That skews that.
Excuse what?
No, excuse, not excuse.
No,
excuse. SKEWED. Excuse that.
Got you.
So there's certain situations in life where there is no balance Because you operate with somebody that, okay, say you got 8 feet of rope and I got 5 feet of rope, and you try to teach me something, right? You get to the end of my 5 feet of rope, nigga, that's all I got. So when you dealing with your mate and your spouse, and you know that that's all that person has, once you get to the end of that rope, you have to meet them where they are.
No, you don't.
Because you literally bringing them past the end of their rope, bro. You at the end of their capacity. That's where teaching come. No, that's where teaching come from. Not leading. That's where teaching come from.
But that's
because in that person's own capacity, that's all they got, right? So now it comes from you letting them know, like, hey, whatever limitations you have in that space, whether it was life, teaching, experience, or whatever, let me show you something different.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you the hole in what you just said. Okay. When you use the language teach and lead, right? You're teaching someone, but you're saying that because their capacity is limited, that they can't be taught.
No, I'm not saying that they can't be taught. Once they get to the end of their rope, that's all they got. So it's on you to meet them where they are.
Okay.
So now you extend your rope to meet us to accommodate for their shortcomings.
Justin, I understand. You still in agreement with what Jason said?
I didn't disagree.
Oh, okay. All right. So we don't.
So apparently tone doesn't matter because it sounds like
delivery is all about
nigga hollering at
like y'all focus on the delivery.
It sounds like
y'all focus on the delivery and not what I'm saying.
Nah, we heard what you said. He said the same thing.
Yeah, we heard what you said, and we gave you some rope so that you can, because we thought you was going to say something different, but you didn't.
Said it again.
You just said it again. You said it your way.
Yeah,
so we heard.
We're all in agreement.
But it's not situational. You can't just apply that to a relationship. Like that's literally when you're dealing with somebody at work, when you're dealing with your mate, when you're dealing with yourself.
We talking about relationships only.
So relationships only. Even when you're dealing with somebody who you got 5 feet of rope, your woman got 3 feet of rope, right?
You can be more valuable.
You can't expect her to be responsible for the 2 feet of rope that she has no capacity and
that's where the balance is going to come in. That's the whole point.
Justin,
that's the whole point.
You're still explaining the same thing. We got it.
That's the whole point. Like as in a person that could be the breadwinner, they may be attracted to somebody that's a better money manager. You know what I'm saying? And now they got their own balance going. Right. Because I'm bringing it in and you directing it into the where it's going to have longevity and it's going to expand. But I'm really good at bringing it in. That, exactly.
It's not bringing the other person up. Literally, that's allowing the other person to compensate for the shortcomings, man.
Hold on.
Literally, that's the yin and yang.
You don't have to be the best at everything.
It's not the best. It's not about the best.
Hold on, Justin. I want to ask you again.
This is awesome, man.
It's beautiful. I'm going to ask you again. Next time, do me a favor. Next time you know you plan to attend, let me know ahead of time. So hold on. So I can give you a chair.
So we had a daddy on here. We did the same thing with your daddy.
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Okay. It was just more Bible based than that. You are a man of science and math, and you know what I'm saying.
No, not necessarily science or math. Just sound doctrine.
You know, science just means the study of, right?
Science is the study of what?
But if you got a roll,
it just means the study of. It just means the study of. I love you, brother.
Okay. We do. That's the thing that I do where I toss out and I ask people to submit some stuff to us. And last show we had some questions for some other folks, but this week we got a question for Devin. What is something you learned through a relationship that showed you that you were standing in your own way?
What is something I've learned?
Yeah, through a relationship that showed you that you were standing in your own way, or how did it happen that you were able to see that you were standing in your own way through a relationship?
how did I see I was standing my own way through a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of ways, but I've seen like procrastination in someone else, and it makes me think about like, dang, do I do that? And it like kind of showed me like, do I make up excuses too, like, or am I just out here handling it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. You know,
Like, are you saying what ways were you the involuntary roadblock in the situation, or
Yeah. Yeah, like you in your own way.
yeah, like you on your own way.
I heard it both
I
ways
saw it
too,
on
bro.
my
I heard it two different ways too.
Yeah, but I think with that certain lesson, I saw it in something small. Like I watched somebody.
are you talking about like you? Like, how were you in your own way in the situation?
Yeah, I know, but he said through a relationship.
Through a relationship.
So in the relationship, I saw the other person and dealing with other people outside of me, and they were like directing people to do all this stuff like perfectly, and I was thinking like, nigga, you ain't even did none of this. You ain't did that.
Right.
But like they were telling it so great, and it made me think like,
no, but how did you stop something from happening?
I'm telling you how I seen this.
Bro. Like, Berber did everything. So what you said was, how are you the roadblock in the situation? What you're saying is you're not the roadblock. You're describing how another person was the roadblock and what you was trying to do.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I saw somebody else doing something and I had to check myself to see if I do it, and I realized I be doing it. That's what I was saying. So I watched somebody else do that, like tell somebody in fine detail how to accomplish something that they hadn't done. And I knew they hadn't done it, and I was like, how you gonna tell somebody? But then it made me think like, well shit,
I be doing it.
do I be telling people to do shit that I ain't done yet?
Right.
And I was like, damn, I do be doing that. And it made me see like, man, I need to stop fucking looking at what they doing and do it myself.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's wisdom. Learning from something. Learning from a person's experience
That's
that
not
you
the
don't
point.
have to
That's
go
not the
through.
point that was made. It was just he just answered the question. He just answered.
Yeah, we weren't saying this bad.
Yeah, this shit is so vague. Like, you can't.
It's not vague. It's not vague.
It's not vague. You made it more than what it was. I answered the question simply.
He's saying he saw
You didn't even
himself
say
in
it
a
was
relationship.
bad. I didn't even say it was bad. It was a point where I grew.
He saw his shortcomings in a relationship with somebody. He saw a mirror of his own shortcomings. He looked within.
It could be in a business deal.
And so that
It's
he
like
was.
having an injury. It's something else
But
comes
it's
from
just
the
like
injury,
being in a
but you
business,
can't tell the
though,
doctor about it.
Justin, it's just like being in a business. I can sit here and tell Jason, okay, go do X, Y, Z. And then I can turn around and go and not do it the way I just told him to do it.
Yeah, I have to go, but I will say this before I go.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that I'm an extremely sensitive person, so when I look for a mate, I look for someone that can control.
And then you
Not
fight him.
only-
And then you fight him on it.
No, I'm not gonna fight him on it, but it's the way that everybody has a certain style. So I can't be with no one that is like too dominant in the way that he controls the situation.
So you want to control how he controls the situation?
No, I don't want. No, I
She want
observe.
him to do the situation how she would like for him to do.
No, I observe the way he does it, and then I choose if I
that
want
fits.
to.
Just to disagree with her, you got to be something you don't like.
Literally, all she's saying is, "Hey, nigga, you're gonna lead the way I want you to lead,
Okay.
or I'm not a willing participant." That's literally what you said.
No, I observe.
That-
If I don't
I mean,
like
that's
the
what-
way
that is
that
what-
he
So that means when the guy deals with you, right? He deals with you, and when he doesn't,
That's
when
what
you
he said.
don't be a woman or be his woman the way he wants you to be his
I'm
woman.
not going to engage if I don't like the way that you lead to begin with. I'm going to let you be. I'm going to let you be. If you...
So that's just
for
a matter of preference.
It's just a matter of preference. If you are vegan and I'm pescatarian, and I know that you are a staunch vegan, I'm going to let you be. Because I'm not changing my diet. But if I like the way that you lead, then I will submit it.
I'm talking about you.
Just because
person, like,
So,
if
but,
you're,
but when it
very
comes to life,
aggressive,
right?
I'm not
Just
gonna
because
like
you're
it.
willing to,
So in essence, what you are saying is, if you don't like the way they're doing it, you're not going to follow them.
No,
She ain't gonna try to change them.
Exactly. So that means that if a nigga don't like the way you submit or live, you shouldn't have a problem with him dismissing you.
She don't.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good because every coin has two sides. So whatever you willing to dish from your side as an adult, you have to be willing to receive on the opposite side of that coin.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Eddie. Get back with me about November.
November 5th.
Yes, 5th. Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, darling.
All right.
Damn, God damn. Damn. Dove Coates here in Orlando made the national news.
Oh Lord.
They called the police on a group of 5 folks, black folks that were having dinner, and they said they were sitting there too long.
Well, we don't go over there.
I'm just saying, I knew that was going to happen eventually. They're like, they just want your money.
You been there?
I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
Not with the brunch vibe. It's just the aura screams, I want to take your money, but I don't care nothing about you.
Okay, now
I'm going as a disabled person when he let
which is now we right here in Orlando.
What?
Yeah.
Talking about the restaurant.
You went there before?
We're right here in
He
Orlando.
said he went there.
I've gone with my cane and I've gone with
And
my
you
guide
wouldn't let
dog,
him in.
and I've been let in with my cane and refused with my guide dog, and that made me not even patronize him ever again.
So and it's kind of like to the point, right? It's right here in Orlando. I saw it from a clip that Roland Martin had out. He got it before you know it was
Before it was a thing.
before it was a thing here in the Central Florida area. So this happened, and it was actually quiet right here in town.
Right.
That part I found interesting.
But we have agreements between the city of Orlando, Disney, Universal, and the media that there will be certain things that won't make national news unless it's heinous. So literally anything that happens in Orange, Osceola, and Seminole County that is not heinous will not make national news. When you are outside of Florida, the only thing you will see is Disney, Universal, Busch Garden, Kissimmee, timeshare, Daytona Beach, Miami Beach, and that sort of thing. Like, we will not publicize anything that will allow people that don't live here to circumvent our tourism and service industry.
Okay. All right. Now, these I got 2 that I want to put before I go to the goddamn. Damn.
Wait,
Y'all
you was
see-
finished with that one?
Yes. Damn. Did y'all see Jimmy Butler's hairstyle?
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
What y'all think about that?
He's pulling up. He knows how to get attention from the media. Every year he's doing something different, and it's grabbing the attention because now people are saying, "Well, what is Jimmy going to do this year?"
He's got a great PR person,
Yeah,
man.
whoever his PR person is.
I felt like he looked like Goldie, man. I liked it. He was
Yeah, 'cause the
Goldie.
next day his hair was braided and he was back to normal. You know what I'm saying? It was just for media day.
But what's funny is every time you play NBA 2K or something, you always make like a weird character or something. He's literally living out 2K. Like you gonna make a weird character. Like this looks
That's
nothing like.
exactly what he doing.
That's exactly what he's doing, bro.
When I saw it, I went right to Jermaine Stewart. And if you don't know who Jermaine Stewart is, because I'm dating myself, just go to YouTube, type in Jermaine Stewart. The song
I
is
just know that's not what I
called.
want my sons to follow.
The song is called "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off to Have a Good Time."
Oh yeah.
Jermaine
Take
Stewart.
our clothes off. Remember that?
Have a good time.
Yeah.
We don't,
Jimmy
but
Butler.
Hey, Google him, y'all.
Google it.
we're gonna have a great time.
It's the hair.
The other one is that we didn't get to talk about before is Britgate. Britgate, the girl who said that the man slapped her in the jaw with the brick.
After she walked around smacking white people talking about I'm a black queen.
They say that was a skit.
That wasn't a skit, bro.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
I don't
9
know.
times before that, every time she went out to the club, she publicized herself afterwards, smacking white people, saying, "You're white, I'm black, this is reparations," and she smacked the white man in the face, and she walked off and she twerked while her friend filmed.
Right. So
That was her MO.
right. So
How you
that-
protect a woman like that?
So no, but
But this is the third time that she's got online saying that she's had some type of adverse situation with a male that she started GoFundMe and all of these other things.
That's what she is for like 30 minutes.
So right now the formal investigation is into her social fraud.
Okay.
Social fraud is crazy.
So here's the point I wanted to make with this. Here's the point I wanted to make with this.
That's a wild term.
When this thing became news.
Everybody going to jail.
Look. On a one-way street.
When this thing became news.
I've never done anything in my life to hurt anybody else.
When she said that,
the black women, from a social media standpoint, the black women that jumped on the bandwagon.
It doesn't matter for black women.
The black women that jumped on the bandwagon to say how bad black men are in general because of this incident.
But that's the norm.
I get it. Because of this incident, then it comes to find out that what Justin is saying and something Jeremy posted saying, there's something here that happens a lot that it's just not fitting right. Basically, she lying, right? That was one piece. The other thing was, I didn't see the video, but I saw a video that had her talking to a group of men when she got hit. And she said, in the video, I heard her saying, y'all a bunch of men, black men, y'all just sat here and watched this happen to me. And one of the guys in there, or maybe more than one guy, said, call the police. So, getting back to this.
Another dude was like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah. So, no, Justin, no. So getting back to this protecting black women, right? So, if you are known for slapping people and talking trash,
Antagonizing people,
poking at people, and then somebody, let's say somebody do hit you in the face with a brick. So let's say the whole thing is absolutely 100% real. You are a black woman, you're in a public establishment, something happens and a black man hits you in the face with a brick. After you walk, at that point, based upon how you are living your life, why would any black man in that space try to protect you in that situation?
Because they was raised by their mama and that's what she told them to do in spite of. Because the only way a man would subject himself.
Hold on, Justin. Somebody else is talking.
No, what else?
Nobody
What
was
he
talking.
just said was, I said that's the only answer I could think of because, I mean, anything else is just karma. What happened? That's it.
So we
you can't run around. So this is the thing with people. You run around and you're thinking that nobody's going to punch you in the nose one day. That's the thing. I'm going to sit here and say this and say that to you and all that. People are human. And they have reaction. For every action, there's a reaction. You can only do something to somebody so many times because ain't no telling how many times she'd have been on that block or wherever she was at and then called them dudes out doing whatever she was doing because now you got a situation of, okay, we know you going to come over here with us. All right, now you done get to the point to where now you got somebody that's like fed up with it. Not everybody's in that same emotional state that we're in, where we're just gonna walk away, let her have what she say. Somebody's gonna turn around.
But they're saying but her story was, I didn't get a dude my number, and he hit me with a brick.
That's not what was true, though,
bro. That's
that's what. Well, it goes back to
but
that's wild. Like
that's what the way he's lying. Oh, go ahead, Candace.
No, I'm saying that's the problem with social media. You always get a caption of it, and even in that caption, it could hit whatever experience you've gone through. And make you
also
that's to the point that I'm speaking of. Is that
a woman? If a man goes back and says, "Oh, okay, I got hit in the face with a brick because I wouldn't get this lady my phone," and everybody could be like, "Oh, you a whole ass nigga, you got hit for she." But then when it was her, bro, everybody's looking for this man. Now they put an all-out manhunt for whoever it is that hit her with a brick.
Listen, man.
I mean, but even though, especially like, I mean, especially with that lady, like, it turned out not to be true. It turned out not to be real thing, like she was scamming. But even in that, it was a lady who did like a video like reacting to that, and she was like protect black women. She was like, I have a husband. My husband is he has took an oath and a vow to protect me and our family. He ain't take no vow to protect every black woman.
Yeah, that's very true.
So again, you want all the luxuries of being protected and led, but you don't want to be somebody's woman. You don't want to be somebody's wife.
You don't want to be what you don't want to be what he needs you to be to protect you.
Right. So he's like, so even if that case was real, even though it turned out to not be by every account, but like even if that's the case, no matter what, if we see a woman right now get hit with a brick, we don't care what happened. Right. We will intervene, right? Because we are not just men, we human.
Yeah, we got compassion.
So like in reality, that's not a real thing. We men see that black, white, or indifferent, you're not gonna be like, oh no, that's somebody else's woman. So that didn't seem right anyway. That didn't come out yet.
Who was recording when she was talking to those dudes?
Right, and even those dudes in that video was like, dudes in the video was looking like confused because they like she came out of she ran from somewhere else and said somebody hit with a brick when the camera started rolling. So they were like that's what the reaction was in that video. If you watch the video and the guys were like, what you talking about?
Yeah, who's recording her, friends?
Yeah, at this point, like it's like you already got hit with a brick.
Right.
But everybody's saying like,
it's just regular bricks just landing.
And we're in a time now where if you just say, hey man, I wasn't there, I just gotta see how it plays out, you're like a bad person.
Right. Yeah. She said that it happened, so it happened. It's like, no,
but who's recording all the time when all these bad things are happening? Somebody's always standing around.
Yeah, but that was like she had a personal camera person. She had a camera
What
person.
I've seen about her was she goes around and she does these things,
right.
Man. And like they got a video.
She's had multiple GoFundMe with the exact thing happened. Oh, this guy hit me out of nowhere. And there's videos of her doing it. So it's like, either you are very unlucky and punchable, or this is not you.
What is it about you attracting the brick?
And you know, families, people have gotten caught. People have gotten caught online, you know, giving out fake sob stories and like running it up on GoFundMe.
But then you gotta look at it too.
At some point, you should duck.
How far do these pranks go too? Because now you got people running around with a camera. Me and Devin go outside. We go across the street. We at the place, and I'm filming Devin like just running up on somebody, putting the camera up in his face, like not saying anything. You invading that man's space, and then he's like, leave me alone, and then he pop you in the stomach.
Those are kids, and he shot him in the leg, but I mean, those are kids playing around, but you still can't shoot nobody.
That man was grown.
That man was grown. That dude was fighting that guy's side.
Yeah,
you tell that guy don't want no trouble. He even said stop.
He said stop.
Like he don't want no trouble. So if somebody towering over me, keep on. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know nothing about no prank. I'm gonna shoot you.
I don't know. I just don't think that will hold up in court. But I know they're not charging him. They're not charging. They're only charging him for pulling out the gun in the public building. So they let him slide on that.
It's Florida, buddy.
But that was kind of wild because he was walking off and then he was just like, "Hey, cuz," like
he kept following, bro.
He kept following, bro.
If you follow me, I might even know you. But if you keep following me in a threatened way, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hey, but Jay, according to law, that's right. If somebody's following you or they're not allowing you to leave, like if you start trying to leave and somebody's like walking behind you, like they gonna stop you, like you can keep them off you.
Yeah, and he verbally said,
but that's the problem with these pranks. People are playing and you don't really understand like what you can and can't do.
Yeah, they don't understand who they're dealing with because
boy, you're a surgeon, boy.
Yeah, I would never play with nobody. You know, but it shows a lot of these people from these pranks. They're not from where we from, bro. Because you're not gonna play with nobody like that.
Because my mom used to tell me like, yo, don't make fun of that weird kid. Make fun of the people who can take jokes. That one kid who like to himself,
who don't
really matter.
He don't never.
I'm not bothering you, bro. I'm actually gonna be your friend, so you remember me. So if you come back and shoot shit up, you like, oh no, Jeremy was my friend.
But see, they be seeking people out, bro, and that's to me, and that goes along the thing of like, okay, you play around long enough, who found out.
That's why they starting to stage. They starting to stage a lot of them too. It's just some money
All
grab
this
now
stuff,
at this
yeah.
point. It's
But that's
just-
the same
it's
thing with the girl.
Yeah,
though.
they
She
just
went for a
trying to
money
build
grab
with
and
content.
it went viral. And then now you got a situation that we go back to. She said, "Black man, say there's a black dude that's out there. He got a felony or whatever it may be on him already. So he get jammed up in this."
I was concerned with that particular story. I was concerned at how easy it was for people to believe it.
Yeah,
That's the downfall.
that's scary.
That part.
The truth is, from how many women that haven't given out their number that have actually been in fear. Now, I won't say hit by a brick, but I'm saying like
Just
you
scared.
can talk to, you can get a room full of black women and say, "What's the craziest thing ever happened with a guy you didn't give your number to?" And it's really sad. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
crazy.
Because a lot of times you're out. Keep walking your head past the camera, man. Like, you know you gotta be ahead. But and we talking about like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
and people are drunk and they on this low frequency, and
Right.
and now they, which it's all not an excuse, but this is why I wouldn't want a woman that I'm dating, to just be in certain environments.
Right.
Because it breeds that type of person. It's never it's never acceptable. There's no one's condoning it. But like when people are drunk and on drugs, they do crazy stuff. They wake up in jail and they sober up, and then they gotta spend the next 10, 15 years in jail for something they did when they was out of their mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of women just have horror stories about rejecting a man.
Right.
Yeah,
To the point where they saying, to the point you go online, because I like to read comments, and they say, "Oh, I just give them my number." Because now men got smarter, so now they want to call you right on the spot to see if you gave them a fake number.
Right.
So you can get, now they talking about you got to get a Google number, girl, and it's like, if it's getting to this point, then it's
Why
like,
you here?
it's
Yeah,
sad.
why you going to this?
But it's sad, but it's like,
That's tough though.
it's
But-
these
but
type of
that's-
guys
that's
out
why-
here, and I don't know, I'm not gonna be in certain environments, dog.
But that's why these kind of stories, women should be upset about these kind of stories because what it does is it's the girl
because
cry
it's
wolf.
really bad.
It's the girl cry wolf. So it's like you can't believe that. That's why when I first saw that, I was like, all right, that doesn't sound right. Because there are women who have horror stories about not giving a guy their number. But it's not like a guy see you on the street and you say, hey, Shorty, what's your number? And she's like, no. And then he'd be like, I'll be back, hit you with a brick.
That's crazy, yeah.
I'm gonna go around the corner and find this brick real quick.
Yeah, maybe they call you a harsh name or something like that, or maybe, but literally like picking up a brick and hitting you in the face with it.
It's far-fetched.
I'm not saying that it can't happen, but the likelihood of it happening, it just doesn't.
For me, with having female friends and stuff, right, and with even being overseas, I always tell them, give me your Instagram. Just give me your Instagram. Why are you giving your Instagram? Because if it's on private, then you have to be able to accept that, and then you can walk off. You can go ahead and get an Instagram and be like, all right, follow me, I'm gonna follow you back, and then leave.
But get what up, but right. So I understand that because I like when I was approaching women still, I would be like, let me get your social media. You know what I'm saying? So start there, a place where you feel more safe. But it's like, if it's even to the point where we're saying, you got to give them something instead of saying, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But we
I'm
have
not looking for
teenage daughters.
anything.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Our daughters are in that age range where they're being approached by different types of men. They're going to different places. She's in college. My daughter's going to college.
You got to get them. They got mace on their keychain.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give them mace. I'm finna take my daughter. I'm finna start training her with handguns and everything of that nature. So at the end of the day,
keep doing it, bro. Just keep doing it.
So at the end of the day, we're having to prepare them 5 times, and that's something that I explained to her too. I have to prepare you 5 times more than my parents had to prepare me as a man leaving the house. But I still had to be prepared for anything. I have to prepare you for, it could be a man of, you know what I'm saying, whatever age range, whatever. He approached you, he know how to do these certain things. Let me explain to you just how this goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me explain to you how this goes. And so protecting our children, protecting the women in a sense, it's like, just give me your Instagram. You ain't even got to post nothing on there really like that. Just get it to them, walk away. It's
I
so
get
private,
it. I
walk
get
away.
it. I don't like it though. I get it. Because what we've done, it's not a bad suggestion. Because you in it, you got daughters, you got to do what you got to do. But to me, it's the same thing as people saying comply with a police officer. Right? Just get home safe. Instead of the system dealing with police officers by changing how they select them in their selection process and getting in terms of personalities to be a police officer and getting those who are built to do the job, but de-escalation is like a primary tool or instrument that they use.
Yeah.
That's a real thing that can be done. So what we're saying is we have become willing participants in a society that has where we are now not willing. We're so busy willing to participate in the society participate in the narrative that says that this is the way it should be, and if that's if that is what it should be, they're going to be unprotected.
Yeah, but that's also we removing humanity from even something as simple as getting somebody phone number. Even if we talking about like police, like getting pulled over as a fine, whatever the case may be. Like the other day, maybe like a month ago, I'm riding to work. I'm on my phone. Right. Riding to work. I'm on my phone. That's illegal, right? But a patrol pull up beside me, pull over. I stop. He say, "Hey, you know I pull you?" I say, "Yeah, man, I was tripping. You got me." Right. And we laughed. Haha. He took my information. Went back to his car. Came back. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all for the warning, man, because you're unbelievable. This lie. Yeah, I know, man. You got me dead to rights, man. Have a great day, though. Thanks. Mm-hmm. That's partly because my mom's foster sister is a Florida Highway Patrol for 30 years, but also because it's just humanity. Yeah, right. I can talk to you with respect, and I can be due for a ticket if I'm due for a ticket, or I cannot be due for a ticket.
Everything goes back to effective communication.
Right. So it's like so if a guy come up to you and say, "Hey, what's your phone number?" You're not obligated to give him your phone number. Not obligated to give him a fake phone number. Yeah. Not obligated to do anything. You can say, "Hey, I don't give my phone number out the street. I'm actually not dating right now." Whatever it may be, you can just say that politely and move on. That's why I if that's matched with negative energy and disrespect, then I can say, "Hey, all bets off." But very rarely have I seen that. Very rarely. I've never seen a woman be like, "Oh no, I don't give my phone number out. I'm not interested," or "I'm not interested." And the man was like, "You wait right there." I haven't seen it. I'm not saying it don't happen.
Yeah, I heard them getting called out their names and things.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't get that either. If you don't get it, bro, you don't get it, bro. Yeah. It is what it is.
But you gotta think there's certain environments that, like, as you become wiser. Like I'm not going to certain nightclubs that I couldn't wait to get to when I was younger. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking back. When you go in there, you see the animosity of these dudes. They grilling you. You ain't even grilling them. They grilling you. It's like just the energy. The music being played is about shooting and killing, selling and robbing, getting money, taking money. You know what I'm saying? Sexual. You know all of that. And it's like everyone's drinking. You actually get more props if you got more bottles. It's 3 of y'all at a table. Y'all got 3 bottles. There's no way y'all can drink all this alcohol and make it home.
All I do is like this right here when I was young. I'm like, y'all gotta help me.
So it's like then now we got this sexual liberation of wear whatever you want to wear. I tell anyone I talk to, yeah, wear whatever you want to wear, but you gotta be aware. If I know that if I go across town and I'm walking through the dark side, which is what they call it, right, with a $200,000 chain on and a rollie on, you know what I'm saying? These people over here, they are poor.
They gonna find you. They gonna find you when it brighten up.
They poor. This is a lick. This can change their life.
Right.
So I'm not going to do that. I get it. Me and Black, we always had a conversation online with women. Yeah, you have the right to wear whatever you want to wear. But if you go to a club where they talking about sex, money, and murder, and everybody drinking and doing drugs, You're talking like everybody there's supposed to be 19 keys and you know what I'm saying? Louis Farrakhan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all, you just patronize the club where the whole night you are saying, "Oh, my pussy's so good and it's pink and then you have you're literally naked. Like right now they literally going to the club.
See you later, beautiful. Thanks a lot.
Naked. They literally naked. They have on the sheer thing. They have paint, and they're naked. And the whole night I've been seeing you dance the whole night. And I've been drinking. You're naked, and every song that you've been singing while you were naked is I'm gonna give this pussy to the realest motherfucker in the room. And to me, after a few drinks, I'm the realest motherfucker.
That's a good point.
In this room. So I would like some of that pussy that you just promised me.
I mean, Dave Chappelle said the uniform that you got on is the uniform of a pro.
I'm not saying you a firefighter, but you're dressed like a firefighter.
So tonight,
my house is on fire.
Yeah, and it's like we love women. We don't want anything. What happens to women is tragic, and you don't gotta always be in the wrong situation, and you don't have to always have on provocative clothing. We're fully aware of that because that's always the response when you say something like that. It's like that's not what I'm talking about at this point. I'm aware. I had a gun stuck to my face. I had on the tank top and basketball shorts. I don't know what he thought he was gonna get, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, unfortunately. But in those situations, I mean, it's just rough, man. That energy is not nothing I would want my daughter or any woman I'm dating to go. And then talking about consuming alcohol, and I just now that I'm wiser, I look back and be like, damn, what was I doing?
That's something, even so, I talk to the teenagers about it. I talk to them, like, when I go in and sit with them, and I'm like, look, y'all are so in a rush to go and get involved in some of these things that really right now, you send that community center, bro.
For real.
Ain't nothing going on out this door. Well, let's go introduce you or have you in a situation that you're trying to run into. You're trying to force yourself into that. I'm like, why are you forcing yourself to it? Because I look at how we, you know what I'm saying? Certain places we shouldn't have just, we ain't had no business going.
Yeah, but that's a piece. That part that comes with you.
And that was before social media.
We couldn't have had social media. You know we couldn't have social media.
So, but the young men, there's something in the nature of a man, right, that speaks to exploration. Right? It's kind of I guess it's a tool that's used in the journey into manhood, right? So programs like the mentoring program and situations where you have a mother and father in the home I'm gonna say this, it better allows for young men and young women to gain these tools without so much imbalance, right? So this journey gets to not be so rocky, right? Or to say it better, the opportunity for their journey to not be so rocky is there.
They have a place that they can access that a lot of people don't even have.
Right.
Where they can say, okay, I've witnessed a life like this. That's more stable. Right. So you can refer to that in the moment.
Right.
But some people don't have that. All they know is chaos.
Right. Because when you look at things like there's a narrative that says the narrative about the single mom. Generally speaks about the father not being there and how that poorly affects the children, right? But we're not talking about, the narrative doesn't speak to the fact that the person who is there still has responsibility, right, to guide that child without the father. And to do that in a way where you're really trying to find a way to make sure that this child is balanced out, right? Ideas and concepts, perspectives, all that stuff comes into play. If I like a certain thing, whether this thing is good for me or bad for me, if I like a certain thing, and then I'm now engaged in a conversation with my child about that particular thing, I'm probably not going to give them the real deal, right? Because if I do, then and they're observing me do this, right? The contradiction is on the table, right? So now your parenting begins to get questioned, and that's going to happen anyway. By the way, everybody's understanding that if you're a parent, you shouldn't go. They're going to show you who you are, right? So I'm saying all that to say that if the father and mother, whether they are in the same household or not, can find a way to negotiate with one another, to be both as equally present as possible, it allows for the children to be balanced or be more balanced in their endeavors in terms of what they're trying to accomplish in this world. We talk about how, again, the narrative says that young boys who follow the father, this is the reason that we got all these problems in the community. And I can agree with that, but there's so much to that you can't leave out. You can't leave out the fact that that mom is there, right? You can't leave out the fact that so let's say you're growing up in a household, as a lot of us have, without the father in the household. So we not only do we as men not get that stuff in terms of how we can manage the household, right? The daughters get an unbalanced way of looking at the world as well, because they don't see their mama negotiate with a man. They don't see their mom get really upset and her and that man work things out, and then they stay together, right? So, because now people break up because of something happened real quick, right? So we don't see, so all the little things that come with being in a family situation where you see mom and dad together, working together for the together, right? That gets missed. So yeah, a young man raised in a household with his mom as the primary caregiver it's understandable. I'm trying to watch how I say this. It's understandable that if he handles things in an emotional way, right? Because he was raised with that image, in that image. So it's understandable that happens, right? But it's also understandable that a young lady who's raised in that situation doesn't know how to interact with the man, doesn't know how to receive leadership, doesn't know how to submit or relinquish herself to the control of a man who's going to protect her. Right? So when we say these things, I get that the language can be triggering, and I used it for that reason, because I think it will get to where where we are now in a conversation. We get to say, don't nobody want to control you. We want to protect you. But part of that protection comes in you accepting that your choice of me was your choice of me for you. So when I am for you, if you making a choice and I'm not for you, then what you're really saying, if you're not willing to relinquish control, one of the things you're saying, if you're not willing to relinquish control, is you don't trust your choice to pick a good man. You don't trust you to pick me for you.
I've had a conversation with a friend about that. She was like, she's never seen her grandmother with a man, her aunties with a man, her mama with a man, her sisters with a man. So now when she goes and she wants a man, she's 40-something years old, and she's like, I don't even know the first thing about what I really want in a man because I've never seen one. And she's 40-something, and I'm like, well, damn. So like now she's like, okay, well I look at you and the way that you do stuff, then I look at how some of the bros do stuff, and then it's like I kind of try to mold those and try to find that perfect man for me. But then she'll end up finding somebody that's like, I don't know, Boris Chestnut, so I don't know. But he has a lot of baggage or something that she ignored, I guess you could say, in the beginning. So it's like, well, you gotta kind of figure this out on your own, baby, because we can't do nothing but just coach you and just kind of tell you, but what do you want as protection in a man is what I asked. And it goes back to where we're at now. When you say what kind of protection do you want in a man, you want a man to profess his love for you. You want him to protect you, and you want him to be able to provide, right? But then when you sit there and ask these questions, then the acts need to happen. Mm-hmm. The protection part, we go back to shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. We try to make it home. Right. Oh, you don't need to tell me to shut up. And there you go. Yeah. We back on it.
The thing is, and I was telling my friend this the other day, literally like a day or two ago. Mm-hmm. What you want in a partner, that matters less than who you are becoming as a person.
Right. Yeah.
I'm like, before you can draw up a list of this man that you want, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of women have trauma dealing with men. So when they draw up this man that they want, he's like perfect because he can't hurt them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna hurt them. He gonna always be up. You know what I'm saying? Never gonna be down. When they going through it, they gonna be able to lean on him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And he'll be able to lean on them, but he really just he gonna be up. He gonna be good. Yeah. He's solid.
Yeah, so he won't be able to lean.
Yeah. So it won't really be necessary. But I'm like, work on you. I'm like, you can make your list. Just go ahead and make your list of what you want. But work on you because that's going to be more important than the list that you make.
Be the list.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. If you
be the list. Maybe you make a list and then read it and then become the list. That was a great exercise. Yeah. Make a list of everything you want in a partner, then look at the list and see do you embody the list. Because if not, you know where to start.
Well, even if you're making the list for the perfect, we talking about a woman.
Yeah.
If you're making the list for the perfect man. And then you have to breathe life into this man. Now this man is a real person. That person has a list.
Yeah, right. You may not be some of the things that man's list. And that's one of the things that I explain to my friends too. You got this man a dime piece. I'm looking at him myself like, goodness, what kind of perfectionism that you're looking for? But then you sit there and say, okay, well if you expect all this out of him, here's a 10, but you coming in as a 5. Shouldn't you try to build up some of these things that you look for out of him?
But see,
I made a post that basically if you want your man to be better than you want him to settle for you. But you say you're not settling for no man that's underneath you. But you think that it's perfectly fine for a man to settle for you. Yeah. Because for some reason
you come with all the pieces.
I don't know. I just don't know. I can't. My logic can't make it make sense. But it's like, yeah, you'll hear a woman say she need a man that's ambitious and got this going and got that going and got this going, and she got a roommate. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's nothing wrong with having a roommate, but you just set on the fact that your man gotta have it all going on.
When you meet him,
and you don't. You see the little internet, the little internet thing. A woman posted it. She said she was on a date with a man, and he said, would you date a broke guy? And she was like, no. And he was like, well, to me, you're a broke guy.
That's real.
That's real too.
And she said, she was like, that shook me to my core, or that put me in shambles or something. It went like super viral because a lot of women, they try to just be so optimistic and look at their intangibles of how they perceive themselves to be and be like, he can have all this going on. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make it all. Right. It's gonna be even better when I get there. And it's like he already got all that going.
But you know what's crazy? Like say, let's say, take that. Somebody put that up and they put it like as a post. It's people who would read that and basically interpret that as him saying that she's like broke financially. He's like, no, I don't need your finances. That's why. So what I actually need from a woman, you don't possess it.
Yeah. And that's how, even when I was outside, that's what I was looking at when I was outside. I was like, I don't need your money. And then also, too, if you notice, this box everywhere that you carrying around. Everybody got one that I'm into.
But look, also, maybe he's not. But look, maybe he's saying that, and maybe he also saying, I'm dating you, your finances ain't, you could be, but I'm dating you because of who you are, because of your intangibles, because I see that you are a good person. But like, really, if we was talking about establishments and financial success and this and that, like,
you're not there.
Yeah, you really
ain't. That's what we're saying.
You really ain't.
That's what I was hitting to.
What women claim they do for us, they claim they see the best in us and our potential. Mm-hmm. But man, we just way more logical than that. We're in the no, I need to see it.
I'm mad be back.
We all got potential, but like what you have right now needs to be. I'm good with you right here because I know we gonna grow together. When we become one, we gonna grow together, right? We gonna discuss that. That's our plan.
Right.
So a woman will be like, you ain't discussed that y'all gonna grow together. She just assumed like he just don't know. When I get with him, he gonna start growing. Because I can see it.
I see it in him. Everything gonna change when I get with him.
Yeah,
what?
It don't work like that. So there's an element of it when you say a woman makes a house a home, right? There's a truth. There's some truth in that. Sure. But if when the man is looking at you, ladies, when the man is looking at you and he can't see that in you, then y'all doing what y'all doing, right? We just doing this. We go out, we having a good time, we together, we live together, whatever. We just doing what we doing until I see in you our future together. We just outside. We just doing what we doing.
And we just hanging good fashion.
And they'll say we don't need to date while we doing that, but lo and behold, while I'm dating you, you got old 3-leg Tyrone over there that you call at 2 in the morning, who you ain't never gonna be with, cause you see he ain't got nothing going on, but he got that third leg.
Yeah, Mr. Drop Dick.
And you just say, and you telling yourself that when we get to a certain understanding, then you gonna cut him off.
That's what
but they tell us until you figure out what you need to do, you don't need to date. You don't need to date because women have had enough. Like, man, you think I didn't know you got what's the name over there? Come over there knocking your back loose. Man, stop playing, man. I got women friends. They really be telling me what they got going on. Like, these women moving.
That's the good part about it. I tell people all the time, man, I have more women friends than I do men. You know why? Because guess what?
It's that red flag, bro.
Huh?
You a red flag.
I guess I am. Look, I self-identify as green. But look, so when you sit there and you start looking at stuff and you start listening to these women, you say, ooh, what? You motherfuckers is nasty. You know what I'm saying? Because you start really being able to hear what they talking about, and it's like
they be doing what we doing.
Time freeze.
But they don't say it. But they don't tell the guy this just what we doing.
Yeah.
They pretend like, man, women are slick, man.
I said.
I enjoy the conversation. I be laughing at the time. I be like, you did what?
I said this before.
You missed
What was disappointing to me growing up was when I found out that women were people too.
Wait a minute.
I totally get it.
Here's what I mean. When we were kids, we were taught that boys are dogs and something, and dogs and snails and puppy dog tail, something like that.
Yeah.
The frogs and snails, puppy dog tail.
I remember what you're saying.
And we were taught that women were sugar and spice and everything nice, right? So as boys, women were always on a pedestal.
Yeah.
They was something that we were supposed to rise to become, so we can get what we deserve, right?
Yeah.
When I found out that we were already on the same level, that was disappointing to me.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie to you because I was like, man, I've been putting women on the pedestal.
Yeah, she ain't all
they
that,
don't,
you know.
They don't fart, they don't doo doo.
Yeah. For the longest time, I was like, man, you told me you legit, but when you was legit, you like, man, I ain't ever seen a girl doo doo.
No woman I ever dated to this day, bro. They never farted around me.
You get married then, man.
I'm good. I don't need that.
you be sleep,
It comes with a relationship.
Oh yeah, I did that girl that fought in her sleep. That was disturbing.
Just know
That was disturbing.
just know that everything she holding through the daytime, when y'all go to sleep, that shit coming out involuntarily.
That was disturbing because she was like sounding off, bro. It was disturbing, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it was disturbing.
But I guess so.
It was loud.
So this topic, control, circumstances, and consequences. It's all the intent of this conversation was to have the conversation in a way where we point out things for consideration, so that we can both be more available. The two genders can both be more available to each other for protection and provision in all forms. In all forms. So it's like, and this is a rhetorical question, because we get ready to sign off. This is a question I want to leave everybody with, and it's for the men out there. What evidence is there that you are a priestly provider and protector? What's the evidence that you're living your life that way, where you are a priestly provider and protector? I want to thank everybody again for joining us here at the Brotherhood, Manhood, Fatherhood Conversation Series. For the conversation. You got something?